Go ahead, Renee.
And the Bible says that God is love. And so God is so much so love. Like, think of, I'm not a parent. And so I can't really, but I can only imagine that, let's say a parent, a mother is about to conceive a child. And then she finds out that this child is going to do all of these evil things to her. The only thing that would cause that mother to still want to bring that child forth would be love. And God is so much so love that even knowing all that Lucifer would do to him, the love that God had made him still create him. You know, and so that's another reason why God didn't let that stop him, because he is love. You know, and the knowledge of that did not prevent him because of that love. The love overrode all of that.
When we talk about this subject, I always think of the aspect of it on a human level, like the effects that sin has on us. I always think about like the whole cycle of sin we go through, of because I don't think sometimes we don't intentionally want to transgress God's law. Sometimes I almost feel like it's human nature, but like the cycle that we go through weighs on me a lot sometimes. You know, that we sin, and then we ask for forgiveness, and then we turn around and sin again, and we ask for forgiveness.
Hold that thought, and because we're going to come to us, we're still on Lucifer and the origin of sin. So,
if I may just point out something, the writer Stephen Covey, a prolific writer, just a writer based on effective listening skills, effective people leadership, and things of that nature. He gave an example of one of the example of why, like, God created Lucifer, you know, knowing that he was going to do wrong. It's like the example of, like, you going to a basketball game, but you already know who's going to win, you know, and you really, like, everybody in the crowd it's like, let's say it's 52 to 55, and you know it's about to go into overtime. Everybody's in the crowd. The people that were so-called team players, they lose hope and everything. But you back there because you know victory is at hand. You just chilling, you relaxing, and you telling everybody, well, we got this, but nobody believe you. So it goes into overtime. You're like, oh, how do you know kind of concept? But you still continue, and you still have that same joy that you had in the very beginning because you know you're going to win the game. And so you waited all the way out. Everybody that was fans, some people left. They're like, man, I knew we was going to lose the game. But at the end, you knew you was going to win the game, so you stayed the whole time. So we end up winning the game, and those people that had kind of thought they were team players, you know, like people that thought they like Miami Heat. You know, a lot of people didn't think Miami Heat last year was actually going to make it to the finals, whatever. So you had your bandwagon fans and kind of concept. And then he gives another example. Actually, this was Dr. Tim Jennings off Common Reason. He said, like, just imagine and I take it on a practical example, like if your mom and dad always dressed you when you was a jit with like mismatched clothing, and you always went to school, you saw the kids with regular clothing and you always have mismatched clothing, you never asked your mom like why, and you just always wore it. And so you would be good at being obedient to your mom by always just wearing it, but when because you never knew why, or you never wanted to know why or concept, you really never had a chance to exhibit not only your love for your mother, but your love for yourself as well. So like the concept is that free will is important because it helps you to know who you are as well and whose own you are, kind of concept.
Good stuff. So Lucifer, okay, he's created a perfect being, okay, and I'm talking about he had it all. Let's read. I think it's in Ezekiel 28, right, Mac?
Yeah. I think so.
All right. Ezekiel 28, verse 13. Yep. Let's read a description of what he had, the position that he held. I'll read it in your hearing. Ezekiel 28, verse 13. It says, "Thou hast been in Eden, the garden of God. Every precious stone was thy covering, the sardius, topaz, the diamond, the beryl, the onyx, and the jasper, the sapphire, the emerald, the carbuncle, and gold. The work." You know what? diamond. I believe this is one of the only places where diamond is in the Bible, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure though. And it says, the workmanship of thy tabrets and thy pipes was prepared in thee in the day that thou was created. Thou art anointed, thou art the anointed cherub that covereth, and I have set thee so. Thou wast upon the holy mountain of God. Thou hast walked up and down in the midst of the stones of fire. Thou wast perfect in thy ways from the day that thou was created till iniquity was found in thee. So, did you guys see that picture of who Lucifer was? Perfection, beautiful. I'm talking about, it said that he could sing all octaves or at one time. Just, I'm talking about, this dude was amazing. But because he had all of that, and he looked at God, and he's like, I want that. Pride. You know, he had all this stuff, and he wanted more. So, you know what? Let me open this up real quick. It's cool that this computer is available, and I have this jump drive here that